In today's video, I want to talk a little bit about the new Ubisoft IP in Gods and Monsters. We got a lot of details about the game, and if you guys don't know, that's the next game coming from the developers that worked on Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Kind of funny because earlier today we uploaded a video looking at some of the business practices in AC Odyssey that I'm not a big fan of. But nonetheless, with Gods and Monsters, it's a brand new IP, and I want to detail some of the information about that title. Also, there is some free content you can get right now. The old school action adventure title in The Messenger has free DLC in Picnic Panic. That is out today, again, available absolutely free. And if you're a Twitch Prime subscriber, which I imagine the majority of you are, given that it's a crossover with Amazon Prime and everybody has Amazon Prime these days, but if you're a Twitch Prime subscriber, you will get the Dauntless Desperado pack. I want to highlight that a little bit as well. Greedfall has gotten its release date announcement trailer, and that's a game that I've been trying to bring some more attention to, as hardly anyone is talking about it, given that it's releasing just a few days before Borderlands 3, and it's an open world RPG. Obviously, for open world RPG fanatics, they're probably going to side with Borderlands 3. However, Greedfall is shaping up pretty nicely as well, and we've got some details on the Bards Tale 4 Director's Cut. That launches digitally on August 27th, and a physical copy is on the way as well. More on that at the end of this video, but first up, going back to E3 of this year, Ubisoft's press conference left a lot to be desired. I was hoping for a new Splinter Cell, I was hoping for a lot of gameplay, and then I got hit with stuff like Just Dance and then Gods and Monsters, which we hardly saw anything of. However, it is a brand new IP, and we have some more details on the game. Inspiration for Gods and Monsters came from working on Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The team wanted to further explore Greek mythology without the limits of an Assassin's Creed game. The historian who guided the team on Assassin's Creed Odyssey also happens to be an expert on Greek mythology, so the developer is making use of the historian's skills once again. Gods and Monsters has a more lighthearted approach to storytelling. I think that was pretty obvious from the get-go, given that it did have a lighter tone to it. The narrative unfolds as legendary Greek author Homer recounts the tale to his grandchildren. Combat in the game is fast-paced and ability-based. Main character Phoenix will need to make use of his abilities to defeat enemies as well as traverse the environment. Typhon is the central villain in the game, a powerful monster who Zeus banished to the underworld. Phoenix's sex and appearance can be customized. There's also talk of armor and gear, although it's unclear whether Gods and Monsters will have some kind of loot system similar to Odyssey. And lastly, Phoenix's stats can also be customized, so we could see some light RPG mechanics in Gods and Monsters. This game is actually scheduled for a release in early 2020, so that's why I was a little bit surprised at how much of nothing we saw at E3. I was honestly pretty disappointed by Ubisoft's press conference as a whole, but that was a month ago. Trying to look past that at this point and just bring you guys the details of Gods and Monsters, and I do think this could be a game that ends up surprising some people, but it is coming out during that busy early 2020 period where we've got the Final Fantasy VII Remake, we've got Ubisoft's Watch Dogs Legion, we've got Cyberpunk 2077, and a bunch of other titles coming around that time. I don't know how a new IP like Gods and Monsters, which does have a more, light-hearted, childish approach to it, I just don't know how a game like this is going to resonate with the mainstream audience. However, we'll see how it turns out. And Gods and Monsters is due out on the PlayStation 4 on the 25th of February. Okay, moving on from that, we've also got some free content you can get right now on the PlayStation Store and through Twitch Prime. First up, The Messenger was an awesome 2D action-adventure game with an old-school look to it. Love that game. However, we also got The Messenger's free DLC, which is available right now, Picnic Panic, and the DLC itself will take players to a tropical resort with new bosses and enemies to defeat. Picnic Panic takes place during an alternate timeline and tasks the player with rescuing friendly creatures in order to stop one of the main antagonists of the game. The expansion itself will include 3 new levels accompanied by various boss battles as well. You'll notice the ninja character jumping, attacking, and traversing the new island in style. One of the more interesting bosses you see in the trailer is a pink octopus creature that requires you to attack while surfing the ocean. I'll leave a link to PlayStation Lifestyle where they have a breakdown of the trailer and the content that is coming, so check out that if you're interested. If you've yet to check out The Messenger, it was received incredibly well. Originally released back in August of 2018 on PC, it came to PS4 earlier this year, and it is an absolutely awesome game if you're into these old school action adventure titles. Was received incredibly well on PC. PlayStation 4 version holds up really well as well, so definitely give that game a look. I do believe it's $19.99, so a little bit higher on the price point, but nonetheless a great game. Okay, also in terms of free content, you have to be a Twitch Prime subscriber, but I imagine a lot of you guys already have Prime subscriptions. You can get the Dauntless Twitch Prime Desperado pack. This month, Twitch Prime has teamed with Phoenix Labs, the team behind the free-to-play title in Dauntless, to offer all members the Desperado pack. The pack grants you a a variety of different content, not the least of which is a cool transmog poncho. The Desperado bundle itself gives the Desperado title a 7-day patrol boost, supplies for your hunt, and the Primus purple dye. If you have Twitch Prime, you can just go on over to your account and it should be available as a part of the loot. So check that out as well. Dauntless is a game that I've been going to bat for ever since its release, really before its release, and it seems like it's resonated pretty strongly with gamers if you are into Monster Hunter style games, given that it is a free-to-play game. You've got nothing to lose outside of time by trying it out. So give it a look for yourself, and if you're a Prime subscriber, you've got some free content to check out as well. Alright, moving on from that, another game that I've been going to bat for a little bit recently because hardly anyone is talking about it is the new game from Spiders as well as Focus Home Interactive. Focus Home is the publisher behind the game, and that is Greedfall. Greedfall is the latest RPG from Spiders Studios, and it invites you to forge your destiny on the uncharted island of Tirfradi. And the game will be dropping on September 10th on PlayStation 4. In the new trailer, get a glimpse of its world, characters, and secrets. And the world itself is an old world. It's dying and its weary population is plagued by a seemingly unstoppable disease. And the only glimmer of hope lies in rumors that a cure may be found on the recently discovered island of Tirfradi. Joining your cousin, Governor Constantine d'Orsay, along with various factions with their own directives and hidden agendas, journey into a new world seeping with magic. Will you align yourself with one of the new colonies or join the natives in their struggle for liberty? Player freedom and choice are core to Greedfall, as your decisions will build friendships, break alliances, diffuse conflicts, and shape the future of the island. Explore a brave new frontier. Your search for lost secrets will rely on more than just skill in combat. Everything, whether it be a dialogue option, choosing a stealthy approach, or even your choice of companion in a given situation may alter the outcome. So this is a game where choice is a big imperative to the game, and that usually lends to a game being very replayable as well. I imagine that's what we're gonna get out of Greedfall. Now, this isn't a game that, while I am trying to get some attention to, I would probably be a little hesitant on picking it up day one, just on the basis it's gonna be releasing at a hefty $49.99 price point. And it's coming from the studio Spiders. While they've worked on some interesting games, their games haven't been absolute home runs. Their most recent game in Technomancer I thought was a little bit underrated, but it would be a stretch to say Technomancer was one of the best RPGs of this generation. It just wasn't that. It had a really cool premise, it had a really cool setting. I'm just hoping with a game like Greedfall that this is the type of game that does turn out really well and could put a studio like Spiders on the map. Focus Home have been publishing a lot of compelling games recently. Maybe Greedfall will add to their library. We'll see how it turns out. Again, it is dropping September 10th. I want you guys to have your eyes on the game, but just be cautiously optimistic instead of throwing down your money right away. I would say throw down your money right away for a game like Borderlands 3, because that's surefire to be good. This one is very interesting, however, I would just keep a close eye on it. Alright, lastly, the Bards Tale 4 is coming to the PlayStation 4 with the Director's Cut, and it's launching digitally on August 27th. A physical copy of the game will also be dropping on September 6th, and that was announced by developer inXile. Here is the overview of the game from the official website. Hidden in the shadows, an evil has awaited patiently. Until now, who will face the darkness if not you? A heroic adventure featuring 50 plus hours of gameplay, 350 speaking parts, a legacy mode for returning fans, and over 100 pieces of incredible music. The game's key features tout customize how you play, define the way you play using sliders on numerous options, including save anywhere, the minimap, waypoint markers, and many more. Whether you seek a hardcore challenge, a lighter experience, or something in between, the choice is yours. Create the hero you want to be. Play as Bard, Fighter, Practitioner, and Rogue, each featuring 60 to 70 skills and collectively unlocking 21 unique classes. Build an array of characters to make every playthrough a unique experience. Craft your party your way and adventure around every corner. Throughout the game, you're gonna have to outsmart the evil in the game, unlock the secrets of the past, and elven puzzle weapons. The sense of discovery and mystery doesn't stop with the environment. Gain ancient elven weapons containing hidden powerful skills which you'll need to uncover by carefully examining them. Again, the Bards Tale 4 will be hitting the PlayStation 4 on August 27th. That is for the digital release. I believe that's the same day as Control, so a couple of hidden gems that day, and a physical copy of the game will be dropping on September 6th. And that is going to conclude this video. Again, while I don't imagine that the majority of you guys are sold on Gods and Monsters, it is coming from the same developers of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and fundamentally, I thought AC Odyssey was a good game. Unfortunately, some of the decisions that Ubisoft made from a monetary standpoint have left me with a lot to desire from that game, but nonetheless, I'm hoping for the best out of Gods and Monsters as it is dropping February 25th of next year. You can download free DLC for the Messenger right now. The free Picnic Panic DLC is available, and it'll add some new levels, new bosses, and a lot of other cool stuff. Dauntless is also getting some free content if you're a Twitch Prime subscriber. Greedfall is coming September 10th to the PlayStation 4. Looks to be a pretty interesting game. I would keep some cautious optimism, as that is a game that could end up surprising a lot of people. And the Bards Tale 4 Director's Cut launches digitally on August 27th. 27th, and a physical copy will be arriving September 6th. That concludes this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.